Good evening, ladies and gents. So this one is a little different. Um, it is from r/relationships, by lemon underscore blue. So let's get into it. It's going to be a lot of me talking out loud, like I normally do, but um, in a different way, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this is my mom keeps trying to make me and my partner break up. Um, They have been together for almost 7 months now. That's the preface. So my mom keeps trying to make me female to male. I'm assuming that's what that means. So you were born a female, now you're going to male, who's 22, and my partner, male to female, so the opposite way. Break up. Um, the discussion happened yesterday when my mom was going through my younger sister, who's female, 15's phone. Uh, that she was hiding at school. My mom said that her and my stepdad went through it and saw that my sister was calling my girlfriend, well, my girlfriend. Um, it says she isn't out to my family due to conservative views and general anxiety, but she's been transitioning socially as well as with HRT. I assume that's some kind of what's the word? Hormone or therapy. Oh, hormone reversion therapy. There we go. I see. I'm getting with the acronyms and lingos and stuff like that. I'm getting used to it. For about 6 months now, and my mom asked what this meant, and I said that it was completely fine with me. It was completely fine with me. Since we're still in college, or sorry, it's completely fine with me, and I didn't mind when I found out early in our relationship, about a month in, and we've been dating almost 7 months now. Okay, so regardless of all that other stuff, that's a huge red flag. Um, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever they're called now, um, or when you started dating, it was boyfriend. Should 100%. That's something that you need to tell someone right up front. And I'm not one of these people. Like I have my limits on my progressiveness, and one of them is you should not hide that kind of thing from your from someone you want to date. And I don't think that's unreasonable to ask. Like, well, that's my story. I need to, I'm not going to tell you until I'm ready. It's like, but what about this person that you're with and you're supposed to be building some kind of trust and relationship with? You're lying to them. Like the first time you meet, you're lying. So luckily, it worked out with these people, but it doesn't always, and I think that's incredibly unfair for him, her, whatever, to do that to you. First of all. Um, but anyway, so let's continue with the story. She told me that so much estrogen can ruin fertility. I want kids, but my partner needs some time to come around to them, which is fine by me because we're still in college and trying to find our way in the world. No. Second red flag. If you are with someone and they don't know where they stand on kids, chances are, they're honestly, I'm speaking honestly, chances are they are lying to you. I don't know if I want kids, which means they don't want kids. And in my experience with people very close to me, people who don't want kids will not change their mind. Um, Maybe occasionally it happens if there's an accident that happens that comes along, they may change their mind, but generally when it comes to kids, people who want kids. People who don't want kids don't want kids. If there is, I mean, there's no middle ground when it comes to that. You either do or you don't. And it's fine to be undecided, especially someone so young. But you also have to understand that you want kids. You definitely want kids, and they don't. They're still coming around to the idea. You're lying to yourself. You are 100% lying to yourself. He, her, she doesn't want kids. I'm saying that because you've only been together 7 months and you're young. If you were my age and been together 7 months, that's a little different. There's more maturity there, there's more development there, there's more experience there, but you're young. So I'm telling you now, from just this little bit that I've already read, it's already not going great. Regardless of your parents. I mean, this just seems like you two have totally different future plans. Um, now I lost my spot. Okay. And so you're still trying to figure out your way in the world, and how it seems like my partner doesn't really know who they are, what they want. My mom asked if my partner being a girl was a deal breaker because when you met, he was male. Still is male. I stated that no, I didn't mind. I'm bi and believe she knows this, but she stays ignorant about it. That's unfair, um, to your mom, because again, she's still your mom. But and my mom stated point blank that it should be a deal breaker for me. I can see what she means because she sees it as I do. I'm a parent. You're 22. You don't have kids. I see that as someone lied to my child first right off the bat, and that's a flag. I would hate that, regardless of who the person was, male, female, both, neither, going to one to the other. That that comes second to the fact that they lied point blank to my child, and they knew it. It's not like they discovered it going on, like it just happened. I just realized it. No, they knew and they didn't tell you. That I think is where a lot of this aggression from your mom is coming from, is protectiveness, because you're her kid. She doesn't want you to get hurt, and I think she doesn't want you to feel um that this is how it needs to be or how it's supposed to be, and I don't think she wants you to feel like you need to settle if you guys are you're disagreeing on so many things, you know? So, again, let's keep going. She went on to tell me that my partner didn't do anything for me, that I plan everything and I drive everywhere for my partner, which is true, that I plan most of our dates and that take place outside. She makes the most of our time together spent inside. She cooks and bakes for me. That's nice. We watch TV together. We play video games together. Her mom invites me over for dinner in Catan. Catan's a board game. But for general people that don't know. Uh, she stated that my partner was neglecting me and that if I didn't see a future with them 6 months in, that there is no future for them or no future with them. Not totally different wording there. No future with them, and I should let the distance get between us and break it off. My mom also said that if I wanted a normal relationship, that my current relationship wasn't normal. My mom said that my partner had a lot of growing up to do and that we should take a break indefinitely, and that if it was better to be alone than in a bad company, and that my girlfriend's family and mom only like me because I make my girlfriend a better person. I'm incredibly polite and neat due to my upbringing with my mother. My girlfriend struggles with mental health, so I will admit I understand how hard it can be to take care of basic things when dealing with that. So I do clean up after her room a bit when I'm over at her house. While I would love it if my girlfriend planned more, I definitely don't feel neglected by her. My mom has been meddling in my relationship since I started having them. Any advice is appreciated. Um, TLDR, my mom said that I do too much for my girlfriend, that I should break it off, and my girlfriend neglects me, and that her family only likes me because I make her a better person by cleaning up for her when I'm over because she struggles with depression. My mom used the excuse that my girlfriend doesn't plan dates, and while she doesn't plan dates, she makes sure our time spent together inside is great. Any help is appreciated. Okay, so first note, you do have to understand that clearly you and your mom have totally different opinions. So both sides, not just hers, are biased. I can tell by your attitude and the way you're writing. As a mom, you kind of pick up on those things. Um, so yeah, she stays ignorant because I was born and raised, grew up Catholic. So there's a saying that I've heard around that you love the sinner, you hate the sin. And that's kind of what she's doing. She clearly doesn't like the fact, but she's not actively um she's not actively doing anything that could cause you harm. She's trying, honestly, it sounds like she's trying to protect you, but be nice about it. And uh, I know to you it doesn't sound nice, but if you think about it and you think about her views and how she's seeing this whole situation, how she's trying to come with the fact that her daughter is now trying, not only was you said you're bi, so liked both sexes. I mean, obviously she was hoping, her daughter would end up with a man. Now you're becoming one. So she's trying to sounds like she's trying to navigate and understand that. And it sounds like you're not exactly making it easy. And I'm not necessarily blaming you. I'm just saying that as a mom and as someone who has never had this kind of issue or this debate within themselves, I can understand that maybe if you try to give her some kind of literature and stuff like that, that might feel like she's having it shoved down her throat and being attacked. I mean, look at the people that have these people stand on the corner and yell at them, or when I was at college, had these people hand out Bibles to me. It's like that feels like it's shoving it down my throat, right? Like it doesn't matter, I'm Catholic. Having these other Christians do this, I'm like, dude, I don't want any part of your religion. And that's kind of I don't know if that's what you did. It's like, hey, this is literature. It kind of feels like an attack, even though it might have been in good faith. Um, so she's trying not. It sounds like she's trying not to hurt you. Um, she's just also you have to understand she's in her 40s or late 40s, and she's trying to get you to see that you're 22. This person that you've met is not the end all be all, and you are doing the most. You're doing great. It sounds like you're actually great in relationships. It's just you also have to expect a little bit back when you're with some okay, she makes the insides great. She cooks and bakes for you. That's great. That is awesome. But I have said this in plenty of other videos, but I also suffer with anxiety and depression. But I'm an adult. I put on my big girl panties and I do what I need to do to make my life functional. I have kids, so I don't have a choice. Luckily, you and your partner clearly don't yet, and it sounds like your partner doesn't want them. Honestly, just by reading this, so depression does suck. I get it. I understand it. And my house, when I was in the depth of it, and when I was in the trenches with my depression, my house was terrible, terrible. But um, I still had to function. So again, um, meds help. As long as they're the right meds, as long as you're being truthful with your doctor, the meds do help. And I'm not trying to push anything on you, but those do help. And I understand the struggles with mental health. But that's again, you're being nice, but you're also doing too much. Um, don't. I mean, I don't. Like it took me a while to realize after doing my boyfriend's laundry and dishes and cleaning. There's a difference when I'm over there and I'm like, "Hey," like he's working outside. He's a mechanic, so he'll work outside in his garage and I'm just like, "Well, I'm not just going to sit here and do nothing all day. I'm not going to sit here and just play on my phone while I could be helping." I get that. I get that feeling, that overwhelming feeling that I need to do something. Um, but but maybe use that time to go out and spend with her or um instead of doing things for her, because that's not going to do anything. That's not going to help her. And actually, I think it's kind of inhibiting because you're what's it, you're enabling, and you're doing the most when you're doing what's the saying? You're doing wife duties on girlfriend salary. That's what you're doing. I'm not suggesting you get married now. You've been in this relationship 6 months. No, at 22, no. But but there's nothing wrong with not doing everything, not doing the most. I know you want to show you care. My love language is acts of service. I in gift giving. Like I love doing things for people to show them I care, to show them like I said, it's hard to sit there on the couch scrolling through your phone when there's stuff to be done because you have that feeling that I want to help. I want to show them I like them or love them or appreciate them. And that's commendable. It is. But again, that's not your job right now. That's not your responsibility right now. Again, if you were a little further on, if you were maybe engaged, I can see you working together as a partnership, but just as a girlfriend, don't you're putting too much on yourself. And I think your mom sees that. I think she understands that, hey, and honestly, her mom is seeing you do this and is like, oh, she's seeing it as, hey, you're doing what you're doing. You're being nice. You're helping her out and you understand what's going on in her head and how she's feeling. Um and I'm sure her mom sees that and appreciates that. But as far as your mom feels like you're being taken advantage of, and I can see where she sees that and where she's coming from. Um as a Now this normal relationship comment could go several ways. The whole trans thing and your mom being a conservative or just not with it. I mean, yeah, conservative views, that's fine. I'm the same way. So that could be the fact that you're not in a normal relationship, and that's just how she feels. Her opinion's not going to change. So yeah, she's seeing that, or she's seeing it as a normal relationship, as there's no give and take. It's all you giving this person. And I'm not saying that your girlfriend's necessarily being selfish, but oh, she does things for me when we do things inside. Um, great, but what? She cooks and bakes. That's great. Love it. Love someone who can cook. But if that's it, there again, that's not really equal balance. You know what I mean? It's not an equal partnership in that sense, and I think that's also what she's doing. So maybe give your mom a little grace. Uh, I think she's right in saying that you do too much because you do. And you shouldn't be shamed for that. That's great. I love supporting my boyfriend. I like doing things for him. It took me until like a few weeks ago. We've been together like 6 months, something like that. It took me up until like a few weeks ago to realize when I got mad at him, to realize that what am I doing? I am doing way too much for um someone I care about. Sure, but at the same time, a partnership is supposed to be a partnership. I'm not saying you know, give and take, be all the give, but you also can't, or be all the take, gimme, 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 but you also can't be all the give. You can't be the one who's doing the most. And maybe on mental health days when your girlfriend needs, or boyfriend, whatever, honestly, I don't really know how this works. Needs some extra support. Maybe they need to talk to a better health therapist, someone who's there 24/7. I hear that company is really good. I have my own therapist, so I don't use BetterHelp, but I hear BetterHelp is great. 24/7, always on call. Uh, you're 22 or he's 22, he's still on his parents' insurance. If he's not, he can get his own. And or I think companies like BetterHelp, don't quote me on this because I don't use them. As I said, I have my own. Um, it's you don't need insurance or it's cheaper. Like they work with you. I think it's on a sliding scale. But they need someone to talk to on those dark days. I dated someone a while ago that had um myself, like I said, was also had mental health issues, and he had some dark days. And I would go over and just spend time with him. If he wanted me to hug, if he wanted a hug, I'd give him a hug, I'd cuddle him, do whatever, just lay there in the dark with him, and that's all I said. I said, "What do you need me to do?" Um, just be there with him. Like, just spend time with him. Just be there if you great. So maybe do that instead of being like, "Well, I'll clean for you." No, maybe don't enable and be more or less there physically for them, which may be what they need. And well, maybe if he's like me, like I don't like physical touch. I hate when people hug me. I hate when people touch me. Except my boyfriend, I love when he touches me. It feels nice to be supported, loved, and desired. So, but again, if your partner is like that, ask. There's the thing. Ask him what he needs. If he says, um, ask him. Don't ask his mom because his mom's gonna be like, "Well, he needs to pick up his room." No, ask him what he needs. Ask him what he wants. But again, like I said with the whole kids thing, you want kids, and that's great. You should want kids. Kids are great. Not at 22 while you're still in school because you should always finish school, whether it be college, whether it be trade school, whether it just be independent study. Education is top tier. Love education. Um, but if you want kids, you guys, that's the conversation that I think you guys need to have because I feel like that's gonna be the deal breaker one way or the other. Doesn't sound like he wants kids. And I think your mom sees that, and I think you might be thinking, well, give it a little time and maybe he'll want them with me. That's not how that works. And I think your mom knows that. And I think your mom sees that and is like, again, she's older, she's obviously had kids. She understands and sees that, hey, that's not exactly how that works, and that's not how that's gonna happen. Um, but I don't think she wants to say that because obviously both of you already have this kind of um you guys butt heads already, and I don't think she necessarily wants to rock the boat. Even though you both are pretty much a rockin'. But I think she wants to have some kind of discussion with you that doesn't lead to discourse. She wants to, for lack of a better term, soften the blow and be like, "Hey, all these things." And I think she's now grasping at straws, being like, and I don't think it comes from a place of phobia or hate or whatever. I think it comes more or less from the fact that she sees that you guys are young and you want totally different things. And I think she's worried that you, being trans, feel like you are settling, even though you don't see it, you don't feel it. I've seen it with my friend that had no self worth and just felt horrible about herself and would just settle with these people that maybe they were nice, maybe they had one or two things in common, but she liked their family. Oh, his mom's great. His mom loves me. I'm like, okay, but what do you feel about him? Well, we disagree on some things. Okay. But they were very fundamental things like, again, kids, religion, finances, location, that kind of thing. And so, very, very, very fundamental things. Those aren't frivolous. Those things matter in a relationship. So the fact that you guys have a couple of these issues early on it sucks to think that, breaking up with someone who you care about, but at the same time, you know, it's better than to just walk away. I'm not saying break up with them. I'm just saying that's what your mom is seeing. Um, so, uh, sorry, I'm reading. Make sure I touched a little bit on everything as we go. Um, I did want to say one more thing, and I can't remember exactly where it is. But yeah, okay. Um, Now, yeah, you doing the again, you doing the most, you doing everything, and that that is kind of a red flag. The question I have though is, do you do it instinctively, or do you kind of like fight over the check, kind of like, is she like, hey, let's do this, and then you guys kind of, well, I got a better idea, let's do this. I'm not saying you're controlling, I'm just asking, like, does she try to contribute? I'm not necessarily mean financially, I just mean in all aspects, like, is she trying, or is this just a um you take the lead kind of thing? And there's nothing wrong with taking the lead, but maybe not at 6 months. Maybe not at 6 months with the girlfriend. um Hold on, I'm still gonna make sure I got everything. I know there's something I'm missing, and it's gonna bother me because it's like right here, it's like right here on my, right in the front of my mind. Again, can you give me of some examples of stuff she does besides cooking? That is a big deal. Um, but if that is all she is doing, and I mean, it's not like you guys live together either. So, okay, so that's one thing. You don't live together. So her cooking for you, I assume, is just like once in a while when you're over there. Um, so that's great. It is, but it's not enough. It's not. Um, So you need more equality in this relationship if it's going to work. And especially because you guys you're only 22. It's only been 6 months. And I know when you're 22, that feels like forever. But when you get, when you get to be my age, um, yes, that is a significant amount of time in a relationship. But when you're 22, I mean, go out, sow your wild oats, again, because I feel like you are finding some of these qualities in this person that you want in a partner, but I don't think there's enough there to justify maintaining a partnership. Therefore, it's almost like I said, it's almost like settling instead of taking the risk and going out and trying again, honestly. I feel like you're worried that because of your um transition, I think you might be a little worried that you're not gonna find anyone, or that's accepting, or that can deal with it. I feel like you're just kind of like comfortable. You're comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just think, you're a little young to be comfortable with dealing with this. And again, I think, I don't know necessarily you or your partner, but I think that they might kind of sort of be taking a little bit of advantage of you, because again, I've had depression for a very, 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 very long time. And I would never ever dream of letting my boyfriend clean for me constantly, like basically leave. And I'm not saying, no, I am, because it doesn't sound like they do anything. Being polite, okay. I just saw that being polite. All right, hopefully that fixed the audio. My headphones obviously died, so that's happened a few times. Because I tend to do a few of these videos all at once. So they only stay on for so long. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. Uh, so you clean up her room a bit when you're over at her. over at the house and dealing with basic things. So again, I don't think that's okay. I don't think that she should be okay with you doing that. Again, if my boyfriend came over and started cleaning up my room every time, I mean, once it's like, that was really nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. But now he does it every time. Like, doesn't she feel bad? Like, doesn't she not want you to do that? Doesn't she want to be like, hey, how about you just come over here and uh spend some time together, or just be there. Like, don't spend your time cleaning my room. Be here with me. Um, I think that again, I don't want to say taking advantage of you because I don't know the situation, but just by what I'm reading here, yeah, that's just what I think. Again, I don't have your background as far as trans issues goes, but as far as mental health issues, and the reason I'm so harsh on I harp so much on mental health issues is because, like I said, I've had them for a long time. I have my ups, my downs. I spent months on my couch in my sweats. I've had panic attacks. I've just not cared. Like, I've literally I'll deactivate my social media, and my friend will text and be like, "Hey, what's going on? I noticed this." Be like, I just don't feel like it. I don't have the energy. I just don't want that in my brain. I don't want any of that right now. Um, and that's fine. That's normal. But I do feel like people take advantage of that sometimes or use that more as an excuse. And I don't think it's right. I think you're 22. I mean, you're young, again, 22, but adult, adult, be an adult. You gotta do what you gotta do, and that means personal responsibility, personal hygiene. So, um, that's my 2 cents. Again, I know this is kind of a long video. It's actually one of my longest. So if you just because there was a lot going on here, and I wanted to make it clear that your mom has it's okay to have different views. It's okay to have different opinions. Doesn't mean she hates you. It doesn't mean she's trying real hard to get you to break up because she doesn't like the fact that you're trans. She's a mom. She cares about you. That's the problem. And I think she doesn't understand. And not she doesn't understand. She doesn't know how to tell you without you getting offended or hurt. And I think that that is what she is doing. She's trying not to do that. So some of the things she says might be a bit much to you, but I think in her mind, it's the lesser of two evils. Again, you can hate the sinner or hate the sin, love the sinner, and I think that's what she's thinking. Um, and that she's just trying to protect you. That's what it sounds like. So if you know, I'd love to hear from you. I want to know how this goes because again, this is from no comment. You have nothing on here except an advertisement. So, and I've noticed that a lot. Like, you had one comment and it's a promotion for the Ring camera. So, uh, so I wanted to at least put that on here so you have something to maybe chew on and maybe kind of understand because I know a lot of people are going to come on here and scream transphobe. Um, and I want to kind of play devil's advocate. So, yeah, if you have any more um questions, if you have anything to add, if you have any other posts that you need some kind of advice on, let me know at r/no comments 101, or go to my YouTube channel, which is the same name, no comments 101, or Maggie Carr 101, which is what my channel is. So yeah, I mean that's all I got. So I hope it all works out. I hope you kind of understand a little bit where your mom's coming from, that she's not, I don't think from this, it doesn't sound like she's being hateful or vengeful. She's just trying to look out for you, hoping that this person isn't taking advantage of you. And I hope that too. So, good luck, and I hope it all turns out for you.